Alrighty. So thank you guys for being on live, and hi to those of you on the replay. I hope this is going to be super duper helpful. If at any point my internet gets choppy, someone just like wave so I don't ramble on and you guys miss a bunch of stuff, okay? What we're going to learn today is we're going to go through setting up our freemium, so our free offer. It's sometimes called like a lead generation, a lead magnet, something that's a free offering for our ideal customer, our ideal partner, whatever it is, okay, for our audience. And so what we're going to do today is we're going to get a solid start. I'm going to make sure everybody on live today has their first idea and they know how to do it. We're going to work with Canva. And today, specifically for this one, we're going to create an ebook. Okay. And so I know that some of you already have it done, which is awesome. We won't spend a ton of time on there, but I do want to make sure that everyone knows how to do it properly. Okay. From there, I'm going to show you how to set it up as an automation, how to create a landing page so that you can start sharing this ebook with the world. And you're not just like giving the link to your ebook and then hoping somehow you connect again. No, that's not how we do it. We are going to create a landing page so that we can actually get their email, their name, and so that they're on our email list. And so that we can stay in touch with them, so that we can support them, so that we can market to them, but not in a salesy, sleazy way. Okay. So I like how Mandy was like, I'm just going to use MailChimp because I don't expect to like sell to them. You know what I mean? I don't feel like we do this business in a like salesy way. Okay. So if you still feel like you're selling doTERRA, maybe lean more into the lifestyle aspect. Okay. So to get started, I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear if everybody has their idea. I think, just off the top of my head, Mary, you've got something probably with yoga ideas. Do you want to go first and share what you're doing, what your first ebook idea is?
Yeah, I guess I haven't totally picked one because it just feels like there's so many, and like obviously want it to be connected to yoga. Yeah, I was kind of thinking like a while back when I was thinking about funnels and stuff like that, I was thinking about doing like a little mindfulness challenge. And I know that this is like it's a little different, but I was kind of thinking maybe like a little morning routine or something like that. With a couple simple yoga postures, like taking an oil, doing a couple yoga postures, a little mindfulness moment, like just really writing it out super simple for them. Maybe, I don't know. There's so many, I need somebody to guide me because I've got too many ideas. Something yoga, obviously, like you say.
Okay, that's awesome. We just like, I hope we don't lose power soon, you guys. If we do lose power, like, I might be able to show you on my phone, but maybe not. So we'll just go through this as fast as we can before we lose power. So Mary, I get you. Like, I'm like got a whole list. I'm like, oh, and I could add this one and I could add this one. Like I could do like all the things. Okay. So if you're someone who's relatively, maybe you're newer to this situation or this business, think of something you could talk about. Like Mandy said, if you're in that group, think of something you could like literally talk about for 30 minutes. Almost without stopping. Okay. So for most of us here, that's a lot of things, right? We could choose any of those things. So what we want to do for our first one is we don't want to think too much. We don't want to think too hard. We don't want to overcomplicate the process. We just want to do the first ebook. Okay. Have the first freemium so that we can set up the process and start to build that list. We don't need to think too far into the future. Mary, you're so busy right now. September is a very busy month for you. So what if you think more into like that mini workshop, like that online thing? I'm just like blanking right now, but what if you hold that off for until like October, right? But just build the list right now with a simple morning routine ebook. That sounds awesome. Like, what would your niche find helpful? Okay. If that helps, but I think I would choose that. That's a great start. Okay. Mandy, would you like to share? I know you've also got multiple ebooks already made. You're muted.
Thanks. I've got a couple that I've uploaded onto my my Google Drive. I've got my healthy back to school snacks, which I think you may already have. I know Robin has that one. I have a recipes for hormone health one. So it's breakfast and snacks for hormone health. And I have one that I made for the holidays as well, healthy holiday treats. So I have 3 that are already uploaded onto my drive. The hormone health one is my next one that I want to do the back to school one again, like right away, just because it's time. But the hormone health one is the next one that I have not put out yet. So.
Okay, amazing. And so the idea here is that it's not that doTERRA is front and center. We're not like selling and promoting solely doTERRA on these ebooks, in these ebooks, right? You can see that it's a lifestyle. You guys all probably saw my relocation to Costa Rica, super simple, kind of funny ebook, right? Part of it's kind of silly, right? But it's basic, and some people got value from it, and that's okay. That's great, right? So it's not that we're like marketing doTERRA. So that's great, Mandy, that you have ebooks already created. I think like, let's start with the back to school one, just because you said like, it's time sensitive, it's right now, let's do that. Back to school snacks, it's perfect. Robin, are you around? Do you want to share, brainstorm an idea with us? And if you're, oh, there you are.
I'm working on 2 things. So the skincare basics, basic skincare is the ebook. But I'm going to do a 7-day challenge for self-care. So like each day I'll send out an email to whoever signs up for this of like a 5 to 10 minute thing that they can do with stuff that they have around their house, and like I'll implement the oils, and then after the 7 days is up, I will offer a master class, and then it'll be like an oil education class.
That's awesome. Sounds amazing. Sounds fantastic. At this moment, what we need to focus on is building that list and getting eyeballs on your stuff. So I think I mentioned to you before, because, if we create these extravagant things, but no one's paying attention, it's a waste of our time. So I mentioned to Robin before, I would suggest doing that publicly too. And so here's what I know about events, even like the one Mandy Summers is putting on right now, right? That boot camp thing. Like the thing about events is that they give you a ton of content, and some people will give you overloaded content in one space, right? And so what you could do though is she's offering for us to purchase it all, offering to break it down even further. So this is a thing that we can kind of think about with you, Robin, is that people want to press the easy button. They want all the information in one spot. Okay, so if you're doing it, say you're live on social media and you're doing these, this is just purely my perspective, right? And what I would say, because you are still building a following, right? We're always still building following, but we don't really have this massive network yet. And so I would say, yeah, maybe you're going live, you're doing the lives on Facebook, you're adding extra content on Facebook, but then you can say, if you want to receive these emails and an extra or whatever you're adding extra into your email, put your email and then try to get them onto the email list through that. Okay, so you're not doing any extra work per se. You're still, you have to record your videos or whatever your content is anyway. You're putting it on social media. Does that make sense? And then you're kind of bringing in more people to the list. And then you can try to show them the masterclass on skincare at the end of that. Does anyone have any? How does that sound?
Love it. Thanks.
Okay. Just because at the moment I'm okay, if you can say you get 5 people that are interested in learning about it, right? But you could be going even bigger. And we talked about putting some money on Facebook and things like that. I was just trying to figure out Facebook ads before this, you guys. And I'm Facebook is ridiculous. So ridiculous. So that's going to be another topic, another training in the future. I actually wrapped my head around this. But I do have a basic grasp on it, to be honest. So I've got my pixel set up and all the things. But Robin, that's something we talked about, is she could actually be creating a promotional, we have the ebook, but she can also be creating a video on this challenge that she's offering. And she could actually have an ad of that video. And Mandy Summers had said, if you set up an ad with the video, and then you can actually target the ad specifically, right, for who you want to be speaking to. But then from that ad, you can actually take those analytics. That's what your pixel is it gets you your analytics at a deeper level. And then you can actually target exactly those people who watched your video with your masterclass or with your whatever it is, your ebook, so that they get onto your email list. Know what I mean? Okay. So, I mean, I feel like that's a 2.0. Let's get started with just like talking about, Joni, do you want to share what your idea was for your first ebook?
Hi, can you hear me? Okay, so something that I've heard over a while about, doing these kinds of things is like, not only think of something you can talk about, but something that you rant about. And something that I rant about is the disgusting smells of cleaning products. It just makes me sick. And so I thought I could do like, just a quick 3 or 4 recipes for DIY cleaning products, changing from like low vibrational cleaning products to like these high uplifting vibrational cleaning products, and, not highlighting, like not saying doTERRA, not using On Guard or any like solely proprietary doTERRA essential oils, but definitely adding essential oils into the recipe book for cleaning products.
Okay, I love that idea. Another like little thing to add on to that is I would call it like simple swaps or something. And so you can take like, I don't know if you can legally do this. I've seen it done before, but you can actually take like a photo of like Clorox and say, instead of using this, you can use this. And then have your little recipe, because people don't really connect the dots. I find like, even when I'm teaching classes, I'm like, Deep Blue is your natural Voltaren, right? People don't get it. But once you like, I don't know if that works. And even like doing like,
I have one like for Pine Sol. I have like, here is like an all natural, like beautifully smelling, healthy Pine Sol that you can use.
Exactly.
That's awesome. And and I like the idea like with the pictures, and I kind of want to make it like, really kind of like catchy but funny at the same time.
Okay.
Like, I don't want to like step on anybody's toes. Like, if you use this, you're a bad person, nothing like that, right?
Just informative for sure. That's awesome.
And I also think that teaching like something that you really want to learn about is also a good way to go about it. So that's what I chose that too. I was like, okay, so now I can learn while I'm doing this at the same time.
Exactly. The best way to learn something is to teach it. Okay. So that sounds fantastic. I think I would also add in like simple swaps with ingredients you probably have in your home.
House,
yeah, something like that. Okay, so let me screen share and let's log into Canva. If everybody wants to do that, if you can on your device, if you are able.
Okay, so we'll log into Canva first.
Yeah,
okay.
Let's go into Canva. So I'm going to share with those of you that don't know how to do this, how to make an ebook. Let's start from the beginning. Okay, so it's free. You go canva.com and you can actually go to the top right here, go create a design. Okay, so you're going to type in ebook. So ebook will come up, ebook cover. That's an easy one. Click on that. And so here's the thing is you can do like this and start from like literal scratch and add your own. I don't suggest that. I always like to get some good ideas going. Sorry, my internet looks a little slow. I like to get some good ideas going from like other people's examples. So another option is you can go here and you can just go to like book cover. I think that, no, that doesn't do it either. It's the same, honestly, it's the same shit, but hold on. You can sometimes go, you can go down here and you can find like ebook something, right? But anyway, you can also see them in here. So play around with it. This is a blank one, this one too. And so on the left here, you can see that there's a lot of free ones. And so I like to do like, oh, I like that font. Let's use that font or whatever, you know what I mean? You can go through all of them. Some of them are going to cost money. But but just choose one that you love. Let's just go with this one. Okay. So this one, you can zoom in. My screen is bugging me. This is in the way. Okay. Zoom in on the bottom here so you can actually see what you're working on. What you're going to do is you can delete the photo. Okay. And so I think what I did is I just deleted the photo. This is totally just let's see. Yeah, I just deleted the photo. So if you have a high, what's it called? Like, it's not going to be pixelated. If I make it that big, like it's a high quality photo, you can stretch it most of the time. That one looks, I'm going to have to zoom in and see if it looks a little bit pixelated or not, but you want to try to make sure it's not super pixelated. I don't know. I don't think that looks that bad. So places to get awesome photos like this. Here's my favorite place is Unsplash. Okay. Unsplash.com. You can search whatever the heck you want and they're gorgeous. They're super big photos, super high quality. That's going to be your best bet. Okay. They're free and download your photos from there. Okay. You can also use Canva or not Canva, OneDrop if you have a OneDrop subscription. But I mean, like for our uses, I think we're going to find what we need on what's it called? Unsplash. Okay. So here's the start. And so what I'm going to do is put in my things. It's like pretty straightforward, sleep habits. And shrink it down. Again, this is kind of basic for some of you guys, but I need to move this guy out of the way. You just drag it around. And that's the basics of how you're going to create this. I always put like by, you know, you can put like created by Jocelyn Dawn. Okay. Dawn. And then I always put my Instagram handle below as well. So see how this is grouped together? I can actually move it around as a group. That's kind of handy to know, but you can ungroup it here. Just press these three dots and you can press ungroup and then you can move it individually. If you click on one and you can make a copy, you can just press this one to duplicate because I want to put my Instagram handle down here. Okay, because I work on Instagram. So at our.supernatural adventures. Okay, so something like along these lines. Okay, I want to delete that and delete that. Sleep habits of the universe. Okay, something like that. Sleep habits that will change your life. Will change your life. Okay, something along those lines. Okay, so how do we add a page? Click on add a page. Okay. That's basic. I would suggest that you choose a font that you carry out throughout the whole thing. So maybe it's like this one is going to be my body font. So I'll copy it and then I'll click on here and I'll paste it and then go find it and change the color so that I can actually see it from here. Okay, you saw that how I changed the color and then go through here. I like to choose like an off black, but then maybe, you know, maybe this is the body that I choose and this is this title. Okay, doing that again, change the color. Okay, maybe I go like this. One, ambience. I don't know what. One. Oh, that's interesting. Was if I put the comment or the thing there, it'll ambiance. That's how you spell it. And then, yeah. So does anyone have any questions so far? This kind of makes sense. I suggest doing your letters huge. Okay. So you're going to want to, I operate on like a 13-ish. For like body stuff. That's the basics on how to do it. Okay, how to set it up. I'm going to carry through my Instagram handle the whole time. And the cool thing is once you can bring it down to the next page and you'll stay in the same exact spot. If you're someone who's kind of OCD like me, there we go. It's in the same spot. Add a page. and I can click there and press like that, and it's there. Any questions? No? Okay. You guys are good. Okay, so you're going to start today. Your mission is to simplify your process. If you need to, like, get your notes out and then totally just brain dump your flow and make sure it's simplified. This is just the basic ebooks. Maybe if you want to do like a little introduction too. So here's another way to add a page is you can just do like this here, add page, and then move it up. Okay, and so maybe you want to do like, hey, welcome in. I don't know. I like that, but I know that not all ebooks are like that. Hey, welcome in. Something like that. You know what I mean? And then introduce yourself a little bit. If you want to say, you know, my name's Jocelyn. I full-heartedly believe in green cleaning, you know, or for this one, I full-heartedly believe in sleep. We need to make sleep a priority, or something like that. Enjoy this ebook. It's, you know, this is how my family operates and this is our routine, something like that. I'm no professional. I'm learning as I'm going as well. And I'm always learning new tips and tricks. So this is just what I do. And this is what I would suggest, but you guys, does anyone have anything to add on the end? Like you can see, if we go through my other ebook, another thing I would suggest is have a personalized photo. That's something I didn't mention. Like use Unsplash for your things, but get your face on there somewhere, right? Here's my thing, my like little intro. And then at the end, you know, I have like, it's only 8 pages and then about us at the end. So an invitation to connect with us on Instagram. Throughout the whole thing, like how does doTERRA fit in with what you're sharing, right? You know, Jonah, with your ebook about the green cleaning, like, yeah, you're not directly saying like only use doTERRA, but put in the thing of like, I would highly suggest doing your research on which essential oils you're using, because most of them are adulterated and synthetic, which would be the equivalent of using your toxic cleaners. Know what I mean? Just like those little nuggets. And you can, I would not be afraid to say, I only recommend doTERRA. Right? I don't know. I wouldn't be afraid to put that on there because otherwise you might be just selling yourself short, right? Or you might be just, I don't know. In my opinion, I would say I only recommend doTERRA. You can leave it at that, right?
Can we add links?
Yeah, you can. Remember my Coho link on here? So I'll show you how to add a link. Good question. Okay, so if I wanted to link this to say my Instagram, I could highlight it all. And then I'm going to go to that 3 dots again. And there's this link option right here. Okay, that like chain together. And then I would type in like my www.instagram.com/our supernatural adventures. Apply. There we go. Now she's got a underneath line. And when they click on that, when they download it, it'll still be clickable, just like my Coho card one was through that other link. Okay. Saying that, like, yeah, for sure. Joan, like, go when you're doing your ebook and you're like, I only suggest doTERRA, highlight the word doTERRA, put the underline thing and link it to your website. That's exactly what you're thinking. Okay. That's perfect. It's subtle, but it's directive, right? And it answers people's questions. And so like we mentioned before, if you have affiliate links for anything else, or if you want affiliate links for anything else, like anything at all, don't be afraid. I was on a call yesterday, my first like doula mentorship training, and like they were like, we just reach out to like if we have like a book that we love, you know, and we want to offer it in our lending library or something like that. They're like, we just reach out to the person and you know, directly. And sometimes they even offer to give us a free signed copy for our library, right? So don't be afraid to ask. If you use like a certain ingredient, or if you use a certain, whatever it is, a thing, like a tool, find it on Amazon. You can create an affiliate through Amazon and earn a commission through that. Put all your links in there and do all of those things. And like, it doesn't have to be done for your first ebook, right? Don't get overwhelmed. You can always, the way that I've linked mine. So once we have ours linked, So say I was ready, this was all done. I could actually just click on download. And so I download it as a PDF standard. You can do PDF print too, but I don't know. I just do PDF standard and then I download it. Okay. And so it's downloading. There we go. Super simple. Get out of there. Okay. And then I'm going to open up my Google Drive. So go to your Google Drive. I love everything Google. Click on your drive, get into your drive, however you do that. And then I'm going to, I like to create, what did I call it? Lifestyle email is what I called it. It's kind of ridiculous. I should call it something else, more easy to find, but I would create a folder so that you don't accidentally delete it, because you need to have this on there in order for people to find it, okay? And so here we go. I've got my relocation to Costa Rica. So when people open it up, it links them through my drive, right? So the benefit of doing that, for those of you that didn't hear this before, is that I can go in there and I can add a new copy anytime, right? Because people have, like, I can go, or hold on. I can go in there and change, I'd have to change my link. So let me think. I wonder if it's best, hold on. I've seen other people do it like this. I've seen other people that create a Google document, blank document. I wonder how you can do it like this. This is interesting. Because technically, it just thought of this, like, sorry, Mandy, do you
Are
want
you trying to link it in?
No.
Yeah, are you trying to link it into your Google? No.
The thing is, though, is, yeah, sure, I can upload it to Google Drive, like I mentioned before, and that could, like, people can go in there. But if I wanted to change it, the reason why I'm using Google Drive is so that I can go in there and make any changes. And technically, I just thought about it more, is that technically to change it, I would have to add in my new updated ebook and get the old one out. And so the people would have the old link. They wouldn't have the link to the new one. And so we want to have people have the updated thing. So there's two options here. You can just delete the old one and add the new one, and then send the new one to your list and say, hey, I updated the ebook just in case you wanted a new updated version, right? That's probably the easiest one. Another one is, since we're downloading it as a PDF, here it is, we can save each thing. We can save as a JPEG each, so as a picture each page, and we can upload it to a document like this. Does that make sense? So that so the Google document always has the same link. And honestly, what you could even do is just upload your cover photo and then do the rest of your ebook on Google Documents. Does that make sense? Because adding photos onto here and making a cover page on here wouldn't be as beautiful as on Canva. Okay. Does everyone follow with that? Like why I would want to do that? Okay, so it's up to you to choose. If you want to just do the Canva one for your first one, do it, okay? But if you want to, like here, I think we can, let's open that up. Export as, again, see how I can go with a JPEG and it just does the first thing, so I can save that. I have an Apple though. I don't know how it works on any other computer, you guys. And so I should then, there we go. I have my cover photo as a JPEG, which is a photo. I can drag it over there. There it is. And I can make it big. Okay. Something like that. So it's a funky, you'd have to play around with like the meridians or the like, whatever these things are called. The guides. Okay. How about permission? Yeah, Joan, I'll show you in a sec, because you've got to, with anything that you share through Google Drive, you got to make sure people can see it. And I'd put this to the center. Okay. The guidelines are a little funky and it's a little pixelated, but you can play around with it and see what I'm getting at here. And so just press enter and there you are on your second page. Okay. And you can zoom out here by doing this. Maybe this is what I'm going to do it for my next ones, because I didn't even like fully put that together that link would change. The only, they don't have a suite of fonts, but whatever. Okay, there we go. So monthly ebook. Okay, so then when I'm ready to share, so this is in my lifestyle email, my proper folder, and then it'll update and it'll add on that title. When I'm ready to share, what I need to do is go up here to the top right. It says private only to me. So once I click on that, let it load. Okay, so then I'm gonna go on the bottom here. It says restricted only people can open this link. That's not what I want. I want change it to everyone with the link. Anyone with the link on the internet can view this thing, okay? You can change it if you want them to edit it or comment or whatever, be a commenter, but I always just put viewer, obviously. I don't want anyone messing with my thing. And then you can just copy that link, okay? This is really important. This is the link that we need. You need to make sure that people can open it. This is the link that we're going to take and put onto our MailChimp or our email thing, okay? So everyone's good up until there? For some of you, this is pretty basic, I know. Okay, so let's go into MailChimp. You guys, I've been messing around with MailChimp for a good portion of this morning, and I don't know what's going on. So I'm gonna do, let's see if we can figure it out, but MailChimp has restrictions, I will say. So I'm already logged in. Let's go to audience. Okay, so first of all, we need to create an audience so that we can link a landing page to that audience. So I'm going to go to all my audiences, view audiences. Okay, I don't know what's going on, but it won't let me create a new audience. Okay, so that's part of the reason why I got off of MailChimp, is because like I only have 2 audiences. I'm not sure what they're trying to do. And then I've been trying to delete it all morning, but they're connected to, it says it's like connected to something. And I don't understand what. I've already canceled it and it said that it's going to take 7 days for it to be removed. Okay, so this isn't working. So anyway, what you're going to do is you're going to click on create an audience, okay, and label it, you know, my list or master list. I don't think on MailChimp that they see your audience name. So this is going to be like the pool where everybody from any of your ebooks, unless they're specific, in one sec, I'll get to that. Everybody's going to be in that pool, okay, whether they came in from green cleaning, sleep habits, yoga, blah, 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 right? They're going to be in that pool because this is your pool of your lifestyle that you are sharing. Okay. You're not just sending out weekly emails only on sleep and only on da, da, da. Okay. So name it whatever you want, create the audience. Okay. And so what we're going to do from there, let me do my best to figure out MailChimp. I think we need to do sign up forms. Okay. Okay. Sign up forms are, I think it's this one, sign up forms, select, let's see. I'm so bad at MailChimp. This is so bad. Okay, the forms and response emails. Okay, I think that's that. Okay, I think this is what we need to do. So we can take off certain things, right? We can add certain things. All I do is email, first name, last name. I take off address. This says it's hidden anyway, so it's not on there at all. That's all I do is email. You can add a message in here. Obviously, you just want to, I would say something like, hey, drop your, like, whatever. Hold on. I'm just going to go to my Flowdesk, you guys. This is so complicated. I'll show you. Okay. So for those of you that are using Flowdesk, I have a link that gets you $19 US a month. But if you're looking at something like Wavoto or Social Fox or whatever, that's all included in your email marketing campaign things. Okay. This is all included in those bigger providers like Kajabi, like Carta, those sorts of things. But for the basics here, you're going to choose, if you just want to start with email marketing right now, right here, you're going to start with either MailChimp and try to figure it out. Google's your best friend, right? I'm going to see if I can do a couple more things on there, and then Flowdesk. Okay. So on Flowdesk, when you log in, you go to your audiences first. Okay. This is so much more intuitive. I've always had troubles with MailChimp, to be honest. I don't find it intuitive. I don't know if you guys do, but okay. So what we're going to do on Flowdesk is we're going to create a new segment. And what this is your pool. This is where your people are coming in from all the avenues like we talked about before. So new segment, you can call it whatever you want, the pool. Okay. Choose a fun color and that's all. Save. Okay, so once we have that set up, then we're gonna go to forms. Forms is your landing. So when somebody has your, like, the link that you're going to be sending is the form link, okay? Mary, what's going on? What's your code for Flowdesk? One sec here, I'll grab it. It's flowdesk.com. I'll type it in. flowdesk.com/C/supernatural. That should work. Didn't. Let me do it again. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, anyway, it's something like that. You can maybe just take out the C. Anyway, let's create a form. Flowdesk.com. I think it's supernatural. Okay, it does work. You just have to copy it. Okay, so try the C one anyway. Okay, so let's create a form, new form. So number one, create your audience, because that's like your pool, your where the people are going to go. Okay, and then you're going to choose a form. I always choose full page because these ones are all, if you have a website and you can put them in, like embed them into your website, like pop-ups, then you choose that one. We're going to choose the full page. And I always just do start. There we go. Get out of my way. You can choose one of these curated ones. I always just go with a basic one. Where the heck? Okay, I just choose like a basic one like this. Okay, and so now we're gonna choose our segment. Once we choose our full page thing, our like landing thing for them to fill in information, we're gonna choose our segment. Okay, this is our audience list. The pool, because where are these people that drop their email, where are they gonna go? They're gonna go into that pool, okay? So here we go. You just click on it to upload your images. It's super basic. And I would stick with the same cover photo as you have on your ebook, okay? Where's my graphics? I'll just choose something random so that we get going here. And again, it's probably more of a lifestyle photo, right? It's whatever you have on the front page of your ebook is you're going to put there. Then you're going to change the things. We'll do this in a sec here. Okay, sounds good. Mandy, have an awesome day. Okay, then you just click on it to change the words, grab the free guide, change the things, and then you click on the white space. This is all updated. I love it. Okay. Turn on preferences to let your subscribers opt into content. Different segments. Interesting. Okay. Anyway, you click on the white space and then you're going to change what happens when they give their information. You can change it to custom and you can actually type in your message like, yay, check your email. It's on its way. It's on its way. And then I always do like, don't forget to check the promo folder too. Something like that. Okay, so that's what pops up when they do it. Done. Okay, and I want to change like the fields. I want to add in the last name as well. Edit. Wow, this is all updated. This is cool. Okay, so I don't just do first name. I like to do last name as well. Holy moly. Okay, add in last name. There we go. All right, good. We've got our first name, we've got our last name. I think we can drag that. We should be able to put it up so it's not like that. Yep. There we go. And that's good. So we've got our first name, last name, email address, and then you can customize this, grab it. Whatever, right? And so that's ready, okay? Say it's ready. Then we press next. Okay, so this is a question that comes up. Should we enable double opt-in? Have you ever opted in for something and then they send you an email instantly back saying like, are you sure you want to add to our list? Or are you, do you trust this person as a email provider or whatever? Like, do you want to receive emails from this person? That's what happens when you say yes, okay? So should we enable double opt-in? I don't, right? But some people do. I'm part of a couple things that do, and I find it inconvenient. If I said yes one time, I mean yes, right? But you do what you want to do, okay? And so where I like to notify if I'm like working on something specifically, okay? Do you want to be notified or do you not want to be notified? So sure, notify me. But after this form is submitted, you're going to display the success message that we created that says success, it's on its way or whatever. And then you press continue, okay? So from here, we have our form ready to go. This is exciting. This is what you can give to people when they say, I want your ebook. Okay, this is what you're gonna be sharing. But to take it one step further, this is what I would do, you guys, because I hate all this jumbled stuff in here, really drives me crazy. So instead, we're gonna go to bit.ly, bit.ly.com. It's free. It's a website URL shortener, okay? So create a free account on there. You're going to press create. Okay, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna take, no MailChimp, where did you go? Flowdesk, got too many things open. You're gonna take this here, this URL, copy, you're gonna put it here, paste, enter. Alrighty, so then you're gonna put a title and it's going to be sleep ebook landing page. Or sign up. I would say sign up maybe. Sign up. Okay. They don't see that. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to customize the back part of this bit.ly. You guys, this is going to change everything because I never send, if someone's interested in getting oils or they're ready to get their package or whatever, and they're outside of Canada, if they're in Canada, I send a curated doTERRA link, right? In the Elite Machine group, I'm going to create a quick video on how to create your own links with your starter packages and things for Canada and the States. But if you're here, in Costa Rica or somewhere else where you can't send direct links, I don't send, okay, go to mydoterra.com/Jocelyn Dawn. I don't like that. I don't like that feeling, right? So what I do instead is I have a curated link. I have bit.ly/ I can't remember what it is. It's right here. Like supernatural or something like that, like supernatural life, whatever you want to create, right? You brand it. And so for this, I'm going to go bit.ly/ sleep hacks. And you guys, this is probably not going to be available, right? Because if you think about it, bit.ly is serving however many millions of people. And so somebody else probably already used this bit.ly, right? So it says this custom link is taken. So it's always case sensitive. So what I can try is uppercase and just tell people that, there we go, it's been edited. It has to be in uppercase. So that gets a little bit confusing and you might want to avoid that. If you want to have more people, it is a link, they can click on it. But if you're say doing a live broadcast and you're like, blah, 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 grab my free ebook at bit.ly/sleep hacks, all capital words. It kind of gets a little bit awkward, right? Or if you're like sleep hacks with a capital S, capital H, people fuck it up and can probably end up at someone else's page that is sleep hacks all lowercase. Okay. Anyway, so we created this short link. So now we have this to share everywhere, this bit.ly/sleep hacks. Okay. Cool, right? And so that's what we need to do right now. Now we're going to look at setting up our flow. So when somebody is added to that email audience, what happens? So what we want to do is automate everything we can. Okay, so this is ready. My form is live. It's going, doing its thing. Okay, so I go back to Flowdesk and I create an email now. Okay, so first, let's click on emails, and you can, simply copy a different one by clicking on this and just press duplicate, or we can do a new email. Once you get onto Flowdesk, you can actually add in your own, what's it called? Logo, like a simple logo. I'll show you mine. So here we are creating an email. I always just start from scratch. So on the bottom here, again, you can play around with all these ones, but they're too overwhelming for me. So I just start from scratch and I go, I can call it the sleep ebook. Okay. First, number 1 or something like that. Sleep ebook, even just sleep ebook, whatever. Save. Okay. So now what we're doing is we're going to create a simple email. See how my brand is up here? It's just super simple. It's every time there. You can also add in your Instagram. Okay. Sounds good, Mary. Yeah, you might have to pause and rewatch a few things here, but hopefully you guys can get it. So you can actually load in your Instagram as well, which I love. I find it really fun and attractive. People get a more personal approach and touch, and I don't have to do anything extra. Okay. So here we go. I just want to go in here and say, hey, thanks so much for, or whatever you want to say. Like, I'm excited to hear how you love this ebook, whatever, okay? And so you can change it to being in the center. Change the link. So here's the link to the ebook. Okay, so this is directly linked. Grab your ebook. Okay. So I would actually change, make this a little prettier, add in some other things. I'll pull up my other one right after so you guys can see it, but I will link in my ebook right here. Yes, people can reply to this email. I'll show you that in just one sec. So grab your ebook, click on the link right here, right? The link, and then we're going to take the direct link that we have right here. Okay, this is going back to wherever our ebook is. If it's on Canva, you've downloaded it, uploaded it to your Google Drive. Maybe you've just uploaded the first photo and you've worked the rest of the ebook on Google Drive so you can really actually change it. That's what I would suggest actually. And then just copy that link, and then you're going to drop it right into your Flowdesk. There we go. So there's their PDF. Ebook, you can check that it's linked, it's there. Okay, I check it like 4 times before I actually send it off. And then I do a little image with my signature, upload an image. You can just create a JPEG. So on Canva or on like a WordSwag WordSwag is a free app on here. Or no, it's not free anymore. I'm just OG, you've had it for years. There's like many different apps that you can use just to get like your brand name. I have a folder here that I just have a name, it's just something simple like this, Jocelyn. There we go. And then I shrink it down. Okay, you can put a divider, just playing around with this, a little bit of a space. I like when emails are nicely spaced, something like that. Okay, I would add way more to this. Okay, so I would change the font to something more suiting. I don't like that one. Make it bigger. I'm all for like big letters, maybe not that big for the body, but for the heading for sure. As you can see, sleep is a priority for me. Something like that, okay? I'm gonna show you what I put in my other one as like a call to action, okay? So You can also see it like what it looks like on a phone. Okay, you can see how it looks on a phone, which I really like because majority of people watch it on a phone or catch it on a phone. Okay, so say this is ready to go. I'm going to show you some other wording in a second here, but all you're going to do next is press next. Okay, and so what we're doing here is actually what we're going to do is we're just going to do that and automatically saves. Okay, so we're not actually sending this email particular. We're going to go back to Flowdesk and we're going to go back to our workflows. Okay, on the top, there's workflows. On MailChimp, I think this is called like a journey, a customer journey, which I do like that like wording because that's a better way to understand it. Okay, so your workflows, this is like a little journey that you're taking your whoever comes onto that list. What's the motive? What's the objective right now is the ebook. Okay, the primary objective in this moment, in this email workflow, in this journey is to give them and deliver them their ebook. So you're going to click on new workflow. What's your goal? You're going to start from scratch because these are, again, a little bit overwhelming, but you can also like check them out. These look awesome. They're brand new. I've never even seen these before. Okay, so we can start from scratch, or we can, I just want to click on this because this looks pretty cool. Look at that. Already done for you, right? Just replace the photo. Okay, so instead of just forget that email that we just created because I was doing it the old way from scratch and you can totally do it that way, but you can actually just customize this one and it links into that workflow. Okay, mind blown. Let's just continue with this one because it's easier. So because everyone loves a freebie, here we go, customize it. And so it's asking for a trigger. What happens first? What has to happen first before somebody's going to get this direct automated email? Our trigger is a subscriber is added to a specific segment, right? They're going to be added to the pool. Does that make sense? And so that landing page that we created that has like drop your email and your first name and your last name here, that's the link that we created and shortened into that bit.ly link. So once you send that bit.ly link to someone, they'll click on it. That pop-up will come up that says, perfect, drop your email and your name below and it'll be in your inbox in a hot second, right? And so they fill in their details, they press go, and then this is triggered. They're automatically added to this workflow or journey. And then as soon as you can choose, you press this little plus here and you can choose, when does this email that we're going to customize, when does it send out? Okay, so you can have a time delay of, I don't know, you would never want to wait too long. I don't like to wait at all. So you can say 1 minute later, it's going to send out. Does that make sense? So once they drop their name and stuff, 1 minute later, this is going to be triggered and it is going to send out this one, which will have your actual ebook in it. Okay, so let's edit this one. I like this. I like this whole font thing or this whole thing. I wonder if they're going to ask me to pay more money because you know what I mean? Once you have like a layout or whatever. I don't know, even let's just keep with this. Alrighty, so there's my branding already on there. Great. All I can do now is, oh, I like that. I like it. I like it. Okay. Okay. Because everyone loves a freebie, you can change it to, hey there. Fully customize the thing. If you want to keep this is, here we go. And now for the fun part, drum roll, please. You know that freebie download I promised you about my top 5 tips for higher open rates? Well, it's all right here. Just whatever it is about my top sleep tips that are going to change your life. Well, it's all right here. Just click the button below and grab it and dive into and try it out tonight or something. Try it out tonight. Alrighty. And so from here, we can customize this whole thing. We can change the back photo. And remember, I would stay with the similar font and similar photo that you created. I just got to find the photo that I used because I don't know where it went. I don't actually know which photo I grabbed, so that's okay. Let's just go into graphics and grab, I think it was this one actually, maybe. Yes. So again, just pay attention to your pixelation. Like nothing drives me more crazy than pixelated photos. And so you can actually change this whole thing. If you just wanted to add in, let's see, you can add in an image and let's just add in your whole ebook front cover. That would even be better. That's what I do. Okay, we're gonna get to actually how this fires off in a second here. Just gotta find the ebook cover right there. Sleep habits. Be helpful if I remembered what I called it. Okay, it's a little pixelated, it will be frank, but we can actually delete this one if we wanted to. But I would honestly, I think it's beautiful and I would probably keep it and just change this stuff. Okay, and then here's your link. Here's your link to add in your direct link to where your ebook's hanging out. Your direct link to your ebook, to your Google Drive. Okay. So sad. Why? I have a client. Oh, I was like, what's going on? It's okay. I'll post the recording right after this. Okay. So let's get rid of this one because it's pixelated. There's a garbage can on the side. Here we go. Great. We can change all this. Like I mentioned, here's your download and enjoy, friend. I really like that actually. And look at this. They have a font. I like that. This simplifies everything. Love you, Flowdesk. Okay, amazing. They always want you to have some sort of an address down there, but that'll happen when you set it up. Okay, so here we are. It's relatively finished other than updating that. Okay, so let's go to finish. And then you've got to go to publish. Whoops. Okay, once you click on publish, publish now. Okay, so we did it. You can see in here, it's called lead magnet delivery, just because that's what Flowdesk had called that landing page, which I love. That in itself simplifies so much stuff. Holy crap. Okay, so here's what we have going on. We have this landing page. Can you also touch on what we do in the case of sending multiple emails? Yes. Okay. So this, I would keep this totally fine. Okay. I would keep this just as it is. And so this is your tool, your lead magnet that gets people onto that pool list, that audience list. Okay. And that's all a lot of you are doing is just that right now. Okay. You're slowly building that pool list, that general list right now. Okay. And from there, what you're going to do, maybe what you want to do is set up an email campaign or a workflow that educates those people on certain things. Okay. And maybe your goal is 1 per week. Maybe your goal, like Robin is going to be doing like a 5-day, say she's doing like a 5-day online virtual workshop, something like that, right? Or a challenge. Okay, so she's going to be setting up a different workflow, but what you're going to do, Robin, is like same thing. So number one is you're going to, let's just think about this, because you have to think of where are the people, what's going to be the trigger, right? And so what I would do is instead of marketing, because you're not going to send that whole 5-day challenge to that pool list, you're only going to, you're going to be maybe marketing to that list and asking who wants to take part. Okay, so what you're going to do to get them onto the list of the workshop or the challenge is you're actually going to create a new form, right? You're going to, in my perspective, this is how I would do it, is I would create a new form that says, hey, I'm super pumped that you're going to, take part in this fun 5-day challenge. Get ready. First email comes out Monday morning, something like that. Or first challenge is out Monday morning. Okay. And so you would have a brand new form. And so from that form, first of all, you need to create a brand new audience. Sorry, you guys, bear with me here. So you would go back to segments. You would add a new segment and you would go 5-day skin glowing glow up challenge, something like that. Okay. And then you can change whatever color you want. And so that's your new audience. From there, then you create a new form, trigger it to that audience, right? Connect it to that audience. You can also just duplicate this one just to save time here. And so this one, yeah, this is the, okay, so this can be the one. So ready for a challenge, right? Ready for a challenge. And then change the things, blah, blah, blah. Let's do this. Okay, we got that. And then next, and then this is going to ask as well. No, I don't want double opt-in. Sure, notify me because I've got my eyeballs on this. Display success message, which is the same that we worked with last time. And then you're going to share your form. But from this, we need to figure out where it's going. Okay, back to Flowdesk, my forms. And then we're going to change where, oops. Back to Flowdesk. You can see this takes like a little bit of time, but once you have it set up, okay, so customize, you can change segments. See how this one, because we duplicated it, this is really important. It's still on the pool, but we want to actually put it to 5-day glow up challenge. Okay, and so maybe what you're doing is you're marketing to your list, the pool list, and on social media about this 5-day glow up challenge. And you're going to do the same thing. Edit this link, so share page link. Edit this link to a bit.ly link so it's shorter, right? And so you've got that set up so that you can share that bit.ly link with anyone and everyone, and you're marketing to this list as well. The pool, you're also sharing it there to see if anyone in there wants to come into the list. So maybe what you're doing to the pool is you're adding value, adding value, adding value. And then on the third or fourth email, you're like, hey, why don't you join into our 5-day glow up challenge starting on Monday? It's virtual, it's free, it's going to be a good time. You know what I mean? And then you're dropping in this link, join the challenge here. And then it sends them to this link. If you're joining, if you are sending an email to your pool, your generic list, your whole list, you actually don't need to convert it to a bit.ly. Okay, so for example, if it's through an email, what we're gonna do then is we're gonna go back through workflows, right? Because we're gonna create a new workflow. I'll show you what I mean in a second here. So we have, what are we doing here? We're creating a workflow that is the challenge, right? So maybe the first one is this one, let's say. Okay, so in this one, we're going to customize it. And this is going to be not the challenge emails, but this is going to be like getting them ready. So a prep email potentially. And so you're adding a trigger. When someone is added to the sequence of the 5-day glow up challenge, what happens? You want a time delay right away. You want maybe like 1 minute later, you want them to receive this email saying like, woohoo, you're in, right? So you want to customize this and say, I don't even know what this is asking me, switch to new layouts. It's kind of scary. So I'm going to keep it for this like this right now. And so you're going to customize it to say, woohoo, you're in. I'm super excited to get started. Here's a good list of things that you're going to want to check out before we start on this day. Okay. And so maybe you link them to a blog post, or maybe you link them to your, I honestly think that we should more like get off of Facebook more, instead of like linking in like a Facebook post, maybe you have it like linked to something else, you know? So that's the gist is you're sending them a trigger right away. Okay. And so say that this was finished. So we go to finish, and then we can go to publish, but don't go to publish yet. Okay. And so what happens after that? What happens after? So they signed up for the challenge. They're in there. They've received the first email that's getting them excited, getting them the tools that they need. What happens after that? Maybe the next day. So time delay, click on that. You can say 1 day. 1 day later, they are going to receive another email. Oh, look at this. It has a whole bunch of ones. This is freaking awesome. Flowdesk is amazing. Okay. I can't even. Okay. And then you're going to go in there and you're going to edit that. And it's going to be, you know, your next day, like adding more value. What can you do to add more value to their lives? Okay. You kind of get what I mean. Okay. And so hopefully every time you're adding something new, again, use your affiliate links if you have affiliates for anything else. If you have other tips and tricks, like before we get started, make sure you like set aside this much time in your day or whatever it is, right? To get them excited and get them set up. And that's like, look at this, Flowdesk has done it for us already. Okay. And so again, what happens after that? Change it. You can even do, you're like, okay, now the whatever thing is the challenge is going to start the next day. Okay. So now here's your challenge, your first challenge email. You can actually add in videos to here. You've got to figure out who is supporting your videos, like YouTube or what are the other ones? I always just use YouTube, but you can actually add in. So biggest announcement yet, challenge starts tomorrow. Oops, not image, delete the image. You can actually go in here and add in a video. Okay, you paste directly, if you have like a YouTube channel, paste your link in there that has your video. And I would suggest, Robin, like we talked about before for your challenge, this is a great idea. And I think we should really hone in on this as maybe a part 2 to this introduction webinar here, this training. We should actually create some sort of a flow of like, you know, this is the lead magnet that's coming into our email that we are creating some sort of a something for people to take part in. We could also do it as a group, right? We can also do something as a group. We can all be marketing to our email lists. Let's just focus on getting the list pretty solid first, okay? So anyway, you can have your video in there, edit all the things and finish, okay? Robin, I know you think you had a client, but let me know if that helps. You just got to make sure, like, go in here and look, there's like an ending one. I love this. This is amazing. Something else that you guys might not know about is using GIFs, which I think are great. So you're going to want to not wait 30 days. Maybe you just wait another one day. And you go through and you can add in. So say you needed to add in more days, you can do it one of 2 ways. You can create an email just like this, or you can duplicate an email that you had already created, or you can create a new email. Again, using their templates are probably a good source of all the things. Share news. This is cool. This is pretty cool, but they're kind of overwhelming at the same time. Anyway, start from scratch. Challenge, day, and then let's move on to something else. Okay, and then you're creating it, you're editing all the things. What was I going to do is show you, I can't remember. Yeah, does that make sense? You can delete any ones that you don't need anymore by exiting it out. Let's see. I think that's pretty sweet. Do you guys have any questions? Does that help? Okay, this is an awesome question. Okay, so where am I going to get my audience to see my freebie? Alrighty, so from that, once you have your bit.ly link created with your, bit.ly link directly to that landing page, not directly to the email, directly to the landing page, right? And that landing page gets them to fill in their information. That goes into your pool or your email list. And then that triggers the first one with the ebook in it. You take this link. And so what you're going to do is you're going to build up an audience. Those of you that have not been on social media a lot, but you want to build online, I would suggest getting online more often, right? Making it a goal to post just even like lifestyle stuff, lifestyle tips and tricks. Like Joni in particular lives in Mexico. Like she could be posting like, and I think I see your posts sometimes like about sunsets. And I don't know if I can't remember if that's you posting that, but I think it is. But you're like, look where I am, look where I am today. Or you can even, a selfie of like, look at my current office or something like that, or like current office. just like creating awareness on what you're doing once in a while. So if you have not done this already, this is going to be another training, is you should have your Facebook business page set up. Okay. It's free, Facebook business page. You want to have it like, that's like your storefront. Okay. And you want to have that because Facebook will actually flag you if they find that you're like trying to sell things on your personal page too often. So from your business page, you could actually be posting, like maybe make it a goal to post once or twice a week. I would have your business page be called your name, right? It's whatever you want it to be. Like I've played with both. I have one that's called Jocelyn Dawn, and I have one that's called Essentially Abundant, which was my first business name a long time ago, that I actually can't change. Facebook has put it in jail apparently. And so I would go with yourself because you don't want to limit yourself, right? So if say you were a esthetician and you created like, you know, glowing healthy skin as your brand or whatever, it's limiting, right? It's like puts you in this like category and you feel like you only can talk about healthy skin. But I want to be like all including all the things that we love to talk about and ramble on about. Okay. And so I would start with just saying like your name, it's your name, and that's your brand. You choose that. And so how are you going to get the market? Who are you marketing this to? What I would do is, first of all, I would, even before looking into putting any money on Facebook through Facebook ads or anything like that, it's complicated. Let's talk about that in a different training. I would actually lean on the people that know, like, and trust you right now. Right. And so who is that? Even though, you know, maybe they don't want to buy from you, doesn't matter, right? That doesn't matter. Instead say, hey, I'm doing a giveaway, or could you, like, two things here. One, you could say, I have a giveaway for anyone who shares this ebook on their public Facebook page, gets entered into my giveaway to win blank, right? You can do something simple like a $20 Amazon card, or you could say this essential oil. And with doTERRA, no matter where they are in the world, mostly if it's an open market, it's easy to order through doTERRA directly to them. Okay. Not so easy to set up like a sample of something because you're not mailing something from Mexico, for example. Okay. So that's what I would do, is I'd lean on my current know, like, and trusters, my friends, people that I know. I would share it on my personal page. And even though, you know, maybe what you're doing is your focus is for all of September you have this ebook that you're creating right now, your cleaner one. Let's just use you as an example there, Joni. You're cleaning one, and you have one more that you're going to create. And for all of September, you're just going to work on building that email list. And through those two things. Okay. And so what you're doing is you're posting regularly on social media, right? You're hopefully maybe even once. Do I first send out all to them to like your page? Yeah, totally. You can say, I would even have like a little message like, hey, Jill, how's it going? I hope you're well. Here, I've started a new little gig here, and I would love and appreciate your support. If you would like to like my page, I hope to add value to your lifestyle or something like that. Or I'm striving to create content that supports a healthy lifestyle. Something like that. But I would do the personal touch. And then from there, maybe what you need to be doing, and like we all suggest always, is always nurturing relationships. So when we're talking about contacting and connecting, you're going into even your Facebook friends, like every single day you're going into your Facebook friends, and say you make it a goal of connecting with 5 people on there. And you're connecting as in like, hey, Jill, how's it going? I haven't talked to you in so long. I just saw a picture of your daughter. She's so beautiful. She's growing up. Like, I can't believe how fast the time goes. How are you? Know what I mean? Just like super, super like chit chatting. You got to get good at small talk. I used to hate small talk, but I'm so good at it now. And talk to anybody about anything for a long time. And then take the small talk into deeper conversations right away, right? Like, she's like, oh, I'm good. Da, da, da. And I'm like, you know, I'm good. Like, that's boring. I don't just say I'm good, you know? And if they say, oh, I'm good, how are you? You're like, oh, great. Like, yeah, life's good. I'm here. And I like to take it a little bit deeper right there. I'm here in Mexico. things are good. I've been busy doing this, this, and this. How's your business going? Or how's your husband doing? Or, just continue to ask those probing questions. Like, how's your little boy doing? I remember seeing that he broke his leg last year. How's he doing? Just random ass stuff. And then that will increase the engagement with them. Will get their, like, Facebook algorithm will show them your stuff more often. The more you connect and use social media to connect with other people, the more Facebook is going to show your things. And so maybe you're making it a goal to post even just once a day. No, like, huge write-up, you guys. I think the huge write-ups I think they're almost dead. Like, I'm not sure if anybody reads huge write-ups. So beautiful photos, personalized photos, no like curated generic stuff on your personal page or even business pages. If it's educational posts once in a while on your business page that are pulled from somewhere online, okay, that's cool. But I find that people want personal touches. They don't want to be sold to. They want to be attracted to you through your lifestyle, through your words, through your energy, through your smile, all of those things. And so, our energy is a huge factor when it comes to working online, because people can smell like BS a mile away. Right. And so I'm honestly in a fight with Instagram right now. I'm like not loving Instagram because it's so fake, right? It's just so fake. I'm done with fake stuff and fake pictures and fake people. And so, yeah, that's where I would start is I would commit to contacting 5 people that already, nurturing relationships every single day. And that'll keep you busy, right? If you're connecting with 5 new people Monday to Friday, and you're continuing the conversations with each of them, it's going to get overwhelming, right? It's going to get busy. Not everyone's going to get back to you, but best you can, continuing the conversations. And what happens most of the time is that you'll be continuing the conversations, and then you'll start new conversations, and then you'll forget about those ones. And then maybe like 2 weeks later, you see that you didn't reply back to Jill, and you're like, oh shoot, Jill, hey, it's me again. Yeah, I'm totally, and so you can continue the conversations everywhere and stay busy. People start to look at what you're up to and follow you a little bit more. Okay. Any other questions to do directly with Flowdesk? I said I was going to come back to MailChimp, but frick, I can't figure this out. I think it's like, you just got to play with it. If you want to stick with the free option and MailChimp, I'm sure it works. It's just blocked me because I've hit my audience limit. Apparently, max amount of audiences allowed in your plan. I only have 2. But anyway, you guys, this was a little bit longer than expected. I hope it was helpful. If you have any, so Messenger is owned by Facebook. It's the same thing. Yeah. So your Facebook friends are, sorry, you can unmute there, Joan, and tell me what you think. I can't hear you. So wherever you want to have your conversations is great. Like even through Instagram, there you are, unmuted. Hi.
Okay, so like you were saying, like for the algorithms and people seeing my posts and stuff like that, would it be more beneficial to like comment or Messenger, or it's the same with those people?
I do both. I do all. Okay. So I would, if I see her beautiful photo with her, her son, and I'm like, oh, wow, he's getting so big, leave a comment and then message her directly and be like, oh my gosh, I just saw your photo pop up. Like, and even if you didn't see your photo pop up, you're going through your friends list and you choose 5 people you want to connect with today. Go to their personal page, comment on a photo, go into their Messenger and connect with them with the intention to just connect with them. Right. Something else I wanted to talk about is, oh shoot, I just lost it. Oh yeah, Facebook groups, you guys. I think this should be another training as well, like effective networking on Facebook. Facebook groups. Maybe you live in a situation or live in an area where you have a niche that no one is fulfilling right now, especially like over there in Mexico. Maybe you want to start your own group. You know how many moving to Costa Rica groups there are on Facebook? They're like 5 billion, right? But the moderators of those groups and admins don't let me post my business. Well, I am create my own group then. I'm gonna do what I want in my group, right? I'm gonna create my own rules. And so you can create your own groups. Another thing is like utilize the groups that are already created and build relationships in them. So if someone is commenting and saying, I'm looking for a house, I'm looking for a house for rent, and we just moved here, maybe you click on their profile and you're like, oh, they're like my age, they look like they're into the similar things as me. I would love to be friends with them. I go back and I comment on the post, hey, sorry, I can't help you with your house, but I'd love to get together sometime if you're, whatever. I'd love to grab a coffee sometime. I've been living here for a little while and I'm open to offering you some support, or I'd love to give you some guidance, or whatever it is, right? Whatever that looks like for your niche, right? If it's like, it would be something that people want to talk about though, right? I'm not talking about just creating like a wellness group. I'm talking about like, for me, example, like natural birth here in Costa Rica is very rare. And so, yeah, there's probably some little tiny pockets, but I want to create a massive movement here on birth workers and people that need support and want to free birth here in Costa Rica. So I'm going to create a natural birth society of Costa Rica,
Cool.
something like that. And I'm going to have those conversations in there. One more thing I'll add is you can actually do this where you have those 3 questions. When people are entering into your group and want to join your group, that first question, maybe you're like, name one person in the group, or one friend. Do you have one friend that's in the group? Just so you can kind of try to, if your group is kind of underground, like mine's going to be super private and not very legal here in Costa Rica. So I need to make it legit, right? Legit is in like, I need to moderate who's coming through the door. And so I have that, like who are you connected to? Second one is, what do you hope to get from the group? And then the third question is, drop your email if you want my free ebook on my top 5 tips for natural birth in Costa Rica. Okay, bam, 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 just did that, right? They've now are on my email list potentially. So yes, of course, you would have to take their email, manually load it to your list, which I'm going to show you how to do that right now. In case you do get an email that they're, even in my Insta stories last night, I said, I'm putting together a sleep hacks ebook or something like that. If you want the ebook, drop your email here. So you're going to have to manually load those ebooks, those emails. So what you can do is go back to your homepage, go to your audience, and go to your segments. And then you're going to find which one they need to go in. So probably it would be the pool, because that's like my umbrella or my pool. And I'm going to go add subscriber. Okay. Then I can go add individual. I will say, if you're somebody who has MailChimp and you have a list made already, or you have a list somewhere else, create a CSV, right? So what you can do from MailChimp is you can actually download your, I'll show you on here if I still have any audiences. Gosh, I'm bad on this. Okay, let's go here. Hey, Unity Yoga Tribe. See how this is so complicated? This is so complicated. Or is it just me? Like, okay, I think I found it. You can actually download. Here we go. And this one, I think it is. Exports. No.
Import, no?
No, import means bring it in.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. I thought that's
I want
what
to
we're-
export it on this one.
Okay.
So you can actually somehow, I got it earlier. I already exported these. That's why I'm like, okay, there we go. Export audience. So you can click on that and it'll actually export it as a it says CSV, comma, separated value or some shit like that. Okay, it's going to take all the names, all the emails off of this list onto a spreadsheet. You might have to take it from that spreadsheet, like only copy the name, the first name, last name, and email, copy all of that, put it onto a Google spreadsheet, and then you can upload it as a CSV once you download it as a CSV. From there, you can upload it to your Flowdesk as a CSV instead of doing like manually one by one, okay? If you're watching this and you're on my team and you need help doing that, just message me directly, okay? There's add an individual, okay? So you can type in the email here, first name, last name, and press save. And then they're going to be automatically added into your
cool.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, just to leave you guys with a little bit of a summarization, you're going to want to create your ebook ASAP, simplify it, make it short and sweet and funny and totally your personality, make the letters really big. You're going to create the cover potentially on Canva, and then you're going to upload it to Google Drive. You're going to create the rest of the ebook on Google Drive just so you can go back in there and edit it. Okay. Take that Google Drive link. You're going to have that in your Flowdesk or whatever in your email as the ebook thing. You're going to set up your audience. You're going to set up your campaign or your flow, your triggers ready with that ebook in that email. Okay. Sounds complicated, but you guys just pause and go back if you need to. And then from that, network. If you're like, okay, I've got it created and I'm super stoked, but like no one's adding to it. Create things that people want to see. Like I said, I was in a group, a Facebook group that's here in Costa Rica, and some woman said, I'm looking for virtual work. I'm looking for work to do, something along those lines. And so I looked in the comments and was kind of like eyeballing like who's in there, what are they saying kind of thing. And of course I commented and was like, hey, I work primarily online, something along the lines of like, the work I get to do allows for unlimited creativity and personal expression through lifestyle and wellness, something like that. And along those lines with those key words, right? And so from there, I was like, just message me if you are potentially interested and we can chat. And so from there, I have had people, multiple women, I probably have like 5 now or even more, comment and be like, I'm interested in hearing what this is. Okay, so I had a conversation this morning with a girl who wants to come to the team call. So let's see, right? You never know what's going to happen, but just keep your eyes open in those groups and for opportunities to network, to make friends first, right? And to help people out. Like you're new here, let's hang out and we can chat, you know? Network, okay? Connect with people every single day. And if you find a situation, you know, in one of these groups, I was talking with a girl who, you know, she had posted something about, hey, I'm a spin instructor. I'm moving to Costa Rica. Do you guys think I'll find jobs? Someone in the comments was like, it's illegal to work here. And so I messaged her directly and was like, hey girl, like that guy is probably like having a bad day or whatever. I'm sure you're going to do great here. And we started the conversation, right? We started blah, 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 blah. And I was like, actually, by the way, I have an ebook that you might be interested in. It's about relocating to Costa Rica. She was like, oh, I'm totally in, because she hasn't moved here yet. So I sent her the link. She signed up to my email list and we're in conversation. She's like, when I get there, do you think you'd be able to show me around? I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, let's do it. You know what I mean? So it's constantly staying open and receptive to making new friends. Okay. Make new friends every single day. Be creative. We have unlimited people online, and not all of the people are legit. Some of them are weirdos sitting in their basement, but a lot of them are normal people just like you. Okay, a lot of them are looking for connection. A lot of them are looking for an opportunity that we have. So when the opportunity arises, push yourself, comment, yeah, I've actually created an ebook on that topic. Let me know if you want me to send it. Even if you haven't created it yet, guess what you're doing that night? You're creating the ebook and you're got a kick in the butt, right? Because you've got to create it because people want it. Okay.
I wish I can figure out a way how to do, you know, marketing through WhatsApp. Like I have a huge WhatsApp following. Huge.
Okay. There is like, people do it. It's less personal, I think, and it's less like community orientated in my perspective, just because I don't know what it is, but anyway, WhatsApp. Do you have a group chat as far as like you could have like instead of make it.
I noticed that they do have groups and all that stuff, right?
Yeah. So what I would do, Joan, is I would make a group chat on there. And then what you can do is you can actually share the link to that group chat in your stories in WhatsApp. And so call it like whatever you want, but remember, choose a keyword that people want, people are interested in, attracted to, and it sums up your lifestyle. And so it could be like I don't want to say wellness, but like wellness with Joni or something, or like something with Joni is what I would call it. And then have that lifestyle. Sorry, yeah.
I get at least 2 or 3 new WhatsApp contacts every day from selling my edibles on the beach.
Yeah. Yeah. So incorporate next batch, you're adding in a drop of your wild orange, or next order you do, get peppermint. And so it starts a conversation. They have, you're like, oh, these brownies have chocolate, doTERRA's peppermint oil in it. Have you ever, and they're like, oh, interesting. And you're like, yeah, not all oils are edible for sure, but these ones are. And they're stoked, right? And so maybe then you're not like, again, like reselling to them, right? Maybe you're not, but maybe you're like, if they're like consistent customers, that's who I would ask first. Hey, I have a WhatsApp group where I do twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays. I send a lifestyle tip in there or something like that, right? Or like, then that's where you would share your bit.ly link for your ebook, right? Your ebooks. That's also, yeah, I would suggest, like, it's tricky on it. I find just such a disconnect with WhatsApp, to be honest. It's like text messaging, just super basic. Like as fast as I can, I would probably try to get them off that app onto another one, but I get it. Here in Costa Rica, everybody uses WhatsApp. They're like a lot of people are on Facebook.
It's the go-to. And like, and I really love to share it on WhatsApp because like, I really like my cleaning thing. I mean, it's for everybody, but like the cleaning products in Costa Rica and Mexico.
I know.
Bad.
Okay, here's an idea. And those of you on the recording, maybe I should stop the recording, but this might be serving someone else too. This is what I would do if you haven't done this already. I would create a group chat for everybody who buys edibles from you, so that you can say, hey, what's up, people? Happy Tuesday. I'm coming down the beach at 12:45. I have today's menu is da ba ba da, you know, and I've included, right? And I've included peppermint oil. Just so you know, not all oils are created equal. You cannot ingest them all. But yeah, that's it. You're like, but I use doTERRA oils and they're the best. And that's it. And so that's what I would do, build that community just with those people, right? And once you create your ebook on, you know, my top 5 recipes, or even whatever, 5 recipes for edibles, you can make that ebook, right? And you can show them how to include oils in there. And then you can drop it in that chat and say, hey, you guys, I made a fun ebook in case anyone's interested on how to make your own edibles. But, you know, like the majority of people are not going to make their own, right? But you're just trying to like, you don't want them to take your work away, right? But you also want to give them something fun to look at, right? Maybe it's not recipes on how to, maybe it's not recipes on how to
do my ingredients list.
What'd you say?
I could just do my ingredients list rather than
go.
the recipes, right?
Yeah, that's an awesome one. Another one, if your market is primarily tourists, you could say, hey guys, here's an ebook on my top 5 things to do in Puerto Morelos. Done. They're going to click on that. People want to know, you know, and you can market that, and you could start your own Facebook group for, you know, whatever. You've worked for tour agencies before, right? Yeah. Anyway, you got to get really, I love this business because you get to be so creative. Okay. Cool, guys.
Okay, well, thank you.
Yeah, I'm going to jump off. I hope that was helpful. If you guys are watching on the replay and you have any questions and you need my help, just message me directly. But I want to see some ebooks this week. It'd be awesome. Okay.